Wednesday morning. Welcome back to FOX Rochester. I'm Stephanie Joseph.
I'm Abby Fridman. We are getting very close to the holiday season, and for some folks, that means it's a time for giving.
For this Wealth Wednesday, we're taking a look at charitable giving during this time of year and how it can benefit you during tax time.
We're joined now by wealth advisor Jarrett Felton. Jarrett, great to see you as always.
It's a pleasure to see you as well. Every day's a holiday and every meal's a feast.
Well, let's get right into that holiday season of giving.
Right. I figured it's November. I won't be back until December, so we might as well just start now.
You were saying during the commercial break, most of the giving, charitable donations, are done during the month of December, yes?
Yes, about 30% is the statistic as of right now, and 10% of that is actually the last 3 days of the calendar year in December.
Wow.
How? Why is that, do you think?
It's a great question. To get in the minds of others has always been something I've wondered and wanted to do, but I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that, number one, by December, people know their budgets for the year. Right? Whether it be individuals, whether it be institutions, millionaires, billionaires, whatever that may be. The other side of it is some people are philanthropic and want to just give, because that's the spirit of the holidays and kind of looking out for people other than self. And some people just flat out want a tax deduction. Just call it what it is. And sometimes there's people that kind of cross all three of those spectrums. So that's what I think. You know your budget, you want a tax deduction, or you really are philanthropically minded.
And what sort of deductions could people take advantage of?
Sure. So I think first and foremost, if we could just have a blank slate or blank canvas and just talk a little bit about, without getting in too much of the weeds, and we always partner with people's CPAs, certified public accountants, to do this type of planning. But we really want to make sure that people understand the difference between itemizing and taking a standard deduction when you do your tax return. So as a single filer like myself, not married, we end up having the ability to take off about $15,750 for 2025 off of our return as a standard deduction. That's without writing anything off necessarily, we just get that. And as a married filing joint household, they get $31,000, approximately $500-ish. Now, on the other side of the ledger is the itemized. So trying to stay out of the weeds here, but bear with me. If you start looking at what are the aspects that you can utilize, or what are the items you can utilize to get above that standard deduction, we're talking about your interest on your home, the amount that you do deduct or give to charities. For some people, it's medical and dental expenses that exceed 7.5% of your adjusted gross income, and so forth. So all of these things you need to compare and contrast and figure out what makes more sense for me from a tax perspective. To take the standard deduction for a single filer or married filing joint, or if you have all of these items that equal above and beyond the standard deduction, and therefore you would normally probably want to take the higher of the two to get a bigger reduction in your income for the year. So was that in the weeds or was it above,
No, it's making sense.
Okay.
It is.
All right. And this is something that, like I said, we partner with CPAs all the time to do. We could preliminarily do that in my office as investment advisors, but we always want their blessing just to make sure that people understand what they're able to deduct and what they're not, period.
I imagine there are a lot of people out there who've made those charitable donations and have no idea that they can really get something back from it.
True. I would 100% agree with that. And, other than maybe Google searching, like I said, making sure that you talk to an investment professional, or a CPA to do so. But, funny enough, outside of just understanding standard deduction and, what goes into itemizing, there's some other strategies that people can utilize and even take advantage of an organization here locally to help facilitate. So one of them is taking a look at the concept of qualified charitable distributions. And those are for people that are 70 and a half or older, right, that have IRAs or pre-tax dollars. They can actually take deductions from their IRAs up to $108,000 for 2025 and give it to across all charities.
Wow.
Right? So I know Tom Golisano's making waves right now, and he's doing fantastic things in the community, but we can also do something and carry our weight and do our part, right? Qualified charitable distributions. That way you avoid taking taxes first, taking money out, paying taxes first, and then writing a check to the charity. It goes directly from custodian to charity. That's the first thing. All right. The next thing you can look at is donor-advised funds. Now, there are organizations and institutions, we call them custodians in my world, such as Charles Schwab, Fidelity, some of the familiar names, Vanguard, but locally we have the Rochester Area Community Foundation, who also facilitates donor-advised funds. So the concept is you have the ability to make the contribution into this fund, right? You as the donor making a contribution to the fund. There are minimums and whatnot. And if you need to figure that out, you can reach out to them. But you get the deduction now, and then where those dollars go down the road, you can advise on where those dollars may go, but they also would remain in our community. And that's really the key around the Rochester Area Community Foundation. And no, I'm not on the board. No, they're not paying for any of this. I have a lot of friends over there. But it's just something cool that I thought I found a way to kind of tie it back to home.
Yeah, excellent. Jarrett, for somebody who's interested in benefiting from your services or learning more, hit them with the socials.
Sure. So I would say, number one, go to our website, investment.com, INVESSENT. We are on LinkedIn. You can look us all up. We got Lydia at the office, always ready and willing to answer the phone and do some analysis for you. Tommy at the office too, Tommy Leroy, and then me, Jared Felton, founder of Investment. So thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.